Hello, race fans. Welcome back to the NASCAR Vernors Cup Series. Last time out, Alfred Hitchcock took the win in the not so thrilling race at Sonoma. But this weekend, we are wrapping up the West Coast swing once and for all. We are at Texas World. It is a very gloomy looking day. Cloudy, 99 degrees. It's not right since it's March. This is the Union Pacific 400. We return to Texas World. Let's go through the starting lineup before we can get any further. Fittingly enough, on the pole is your points leader, Woody Woodpecker. Alongside of him will be Bela Fleck. I almost said Bob Ross, but that's not Bob Ross. Telly Savalas and Count Dracula will line up in the next row. Then it's Geddy Lee and Jerry Springer. Geez, these cars are shiny today. Bob Ross, line up next to Jeff Lynne. Rounding out the top 10 will be Donald Fagen and Brendan Gaughan. Blaze Alexander will start next to last week's winner Alfred Hitchcock. Then David Dayton and Denzel Washington. Morgan Freeman next and Grover Cleveland. Then Snoop Dogg and Hank Hill. Crotty Robot and Woody Harrelson. Ian Anderson starts next to the defending winner of this race, Richard Simmons. Walter White and Al Roker are next. Mini gaggle of Rush Fender Racing guys as Marco Polo and Harrison Ford are also back here. Tom Jones and Iggy Koopa start back here as well. And rounding out the top 30 will be John Cena and Hut Strickland. Tom Hanks will line up next to former Vice President Joe Biden. Then will be Peter Perfect and Stephen George. Brian Wilson and Al Capone will be in the field, as well as James Bond and Casper the Ghost. Then Kathy Bates, Rick Scott, Billy Mays, and Burt Reynolds will start in stone dead last. What a lineup for day. Two drivers missed the race. Chick Corea and Carl Edwards misses yet again. Anyway, kind of a higher drag package today. And Texas World is really notorious for eating tires in the long run. They really fall off if there's no yellow. At least when they're running kind of by yourself, you'll see. You don't pit. It'll probably be running 42-second laps. But it should be very interesting. Texas World, sure to be fun race. Only Richard Simmons has won here, but there are several drivers who have won at at either California or Michigan in either series. Two tracks similar to this. Guys such as Morgan Freeman, David Dayton, Denzel Washington, Joe Biden, Morgan Freeman, Donald Fagen, Kathy Bates. There's probably a cut. Jeff Lynne, I know. Probably one more I'm missing.
Drivers, start your engines!
Engines are fired. They're ready to roll off. The pace car will lead the field of 42 off of pit road. Somebody died. No, they didn't die. Should also mention, one thing you will notice this season, not all the tracks have that. Now, all drivers are required to wear the Hans device. But not all tracks necessarily will have the safer barrier. This is one of those tracks. You hit it, it might sting. Rick Scott hoping to get in. Now, it's been the same 10 guys in Go or Go qualifying the last 4 weeks. But that will change after this race. Starting next week at Homestead, it will revert to this year's points. Meaning those drivers around the top 35 bubble are going to be they're going to be fighting each other to stay in this race. Green flag is out. Pace car is down. No other cars are down. Woody Woodpecker leads him to the green in the Union Pacific 400. Already cars spreading out 3, nearly 4 wide, I guess. No, probably just 3 wide towards the back. And towards the front, actually. Woody Woodpecker in good position, I should say, to lead the first lap, which he will indeed do. The Ford of Count Dracula following him in the second. But it's... Bela Fleck at the moment in third, and a 39 car gaggle for fourth. Geddy Lee now on the back bumper of the 22, but the 22 will get the rundown low to try and pass the 11. Won't happen at the line. That 21 looks like it's on rails in the early going. Don't know what I was doing there. Or what the cameraman... Almost 4 wide. Three wide, 3 deep. As they jostle for position here. Who started in last? Oh, well, it was Billy Mays. Oh. Oh, Rick Scott almost tried to get around to the outs. They're 4 wide here. For 35th place. Woody Woodpecker is just out to lunch at the front of the pack. Leading by a half a second over Bela Fleck now. Geddy Lee now in the third. Brendan Gaughan will take 5th away from Telly Savalas. Ooh, a sweeping move by Alfred Hitchcock, diving down to the bottom of the track. points leader Woody Woodpecker out to lunch. Or is he? Bela Fleck just ran his fastest lap. 6 laps in. Geddy Lee nearly doing the same, and they are trying to catch up and make this a 3-car battle here in the early stages of the Union Pacific 400. Top 3 cars really close together. Almost a whole second of separation between them and the rest of the pack. Bela Fleck really looks like he might have the goods. He wasn't quite as close at the line. No, he wasn't. The gap doubled. As you can see. Now David Dayton up here. Trying to make moves. Geddy Lee trying to put pressure on the 22. He's going for the second spot. Meanwhile, Woody Woodpecker still leads. Brendan Gaughan, we should talk about him. He nearly won this race last year. He was leading towards the late stages and was in second place on the last lap when he tried to make a move on Richard Simmons going down the back stretch. And it was at that moment that his engine blew up. And he would fall outside of the top 20 at the checkered flag, which he got while going down pit road. Now we see, as the top 12 for the most part are single file. Brendan Gaughan's looking to change that, trying to get back the lost win. He put a fender underneath the 99, but that hurt his run. Now the 11. Count Dracula right on the rear end. He sweeps down low. Jeff Lynn goes down with him. No! Lynn makes it 3 wide. 3 wide for the 4th spot on lap 12. Trying to muscle his way by is that 55. They both get by the 62, as well as Telly Savalas. Now Grover Cleveland, who missed the first 3 races of the year, I believe. Cleveland trying to go down low. Gaughan's trying to get the run high. Almost looked like they might go 4 wide for a second. Ow, up in front, you saw Bela Fleck dive to the inside of Woody Woodpecker, but Woody Woodpecker just got a big run off. Speaking of runs, all of a sudden Gaughan's getting one on the high line. No Dodges in the top 5, but 4 in the top 10. Grover Cleveland underneath Telly Savalas. Gaughan was looking to try and get under Lynn. There he goes. And he's hanging with him. That's the key to passing on the outside. If you can hang with them through turn one, you're good. That was something Bela Fleck was not able to do when he tried to get past Woody Woodpecker. Geddy Lee was trying to possibly make a run at Fleck. Now Fleck gonna make another run at Woody Woodpecker. Did it come at the right time? No, I don't think it did. But suddenly, a mini 6-car breakaway here at the front of the pack. We go through the field. Oh, they're 3 wide towards the back. There's defending race winner Richard Simmons. Peter Perfect now in last. Meanwhile, Jeff Lynn trying to go for 5th. Geddy Lee looked like he was going to make a pass on Bela Fleck. Now it's Count Dracula looking to get around the 99. The 11 to P3. Now Gone tried to get to the inside of Geddy Lee, but Lee got a great launch in turn 3. It almost looks like the outside's where you want to be in 3 and 4, and the inside's where you want to be at 1 and 2. Or at least in turn 2. Gotta hang with the guy on corner entry and then you can get by, is what it seems like. Now, moves for 2nd and 4th going on. As Count Dracula's gonna muscle on down the inside. Dracula is at the moment P2nd, P2. Gone P4. Well, Gone. Possibly did he drive down too low? Or did Dracula not get a good enough run on Bela Fleck? Now he dives back in the line. Gone, looking really racy. Top 4 under a blanket. 2 Fords, a Toyota, and a Dodge. You can see lap speed starting to really fall off now. Tires, I think, are going to be very interesting. If you stay out longer, you will have an advantage towards the end of a run. But the earlier you pit, the more you can undercut the field. Bela Fleck with an attempt for the lead. Gone, going for P3 as well. Gone will get there. Bela Fleck will not. Now, Fleck with a big push from Gone. Gone looked like he wanted to go low as well. This indecision might allow Woody Woodpecker to keep the lead. But the 22 and 21 are hanging tough. Coming to line, a drag race. Bela Fleck has taken the lead. For the first time all race. Woody Woodpecker doesn't want to go down quite yet. Although Brendan Gaughan has other ideas. Count Dracula trying to make it 3 wide. Almost runs in the Brendan Gaughan. Woody Woodpecker will get the lead back because Bela Fleck is coming to pit road. This might be a scheduled stop, or it might just be early. He's the only one. Dead heat at the line. 1/1000th of a second. We missed that. That was the difference. But now Brendan Gaughan is going to be clear into the race lead, but he has not officially led a lap yet. And he won't, as he's going to come down pit road. These were scheduled stops. Ooh. But you know who will officially lead a lap at the line? Count Dracula. Several drivers, as you can see, come down this time by. Dracula, your race leader. Now there's 3 wide for second. Woody Woodpecker continues to stay out. No, he's coming in. He got a charge and just charged ahead of these guys. Anybody? No, it looks like they are all going to come in. We should see another round of pit stops. There is Bela Fleck. You see them? We sling on to Bela Fleck and see where he will come out compared to the rest of the pack. There is Brendan Gaughan. And there is a big speed difference. Oh, and he didn't even have to let up. A good job by Gaughan for not getting in the way, as Bela Fleck will continue to grow his advantage. I believe this will be for the lead this time by. Oh, contact a little bit. And he's easily into the lead. Gaughan in the second. Geddy Lee will take P3. And Grover Cleveland is P4 at the moment. But I think Morgan Freeman, he will take it. P5. Woody Woodpecker is down to going to be P7 after dominating the first part of the race. But it's going to be Bela Fleck leading by over a second at the halfway mark of this race. Going nearly 200 into the corners. They are. Some of these guys are. Marco Polo would have ran the fastest lap of the race, but Jeff Lynn did one that was even slightly faster. Out of curiosity, 2:02. And this time by, he's going even... He hit 2:03 that time. Brendan Gaughan running in second at the halfway point. And he did reel in the 22 there. He was in front for about a mile and a half, but none of that was at the line. Now, with 23 to go, he sweeps down to the inside of Bela Fleck. Fleck using the momentum on the high side. But it's a longer way around. Fleck only a slight advantage. Speed-wise, though, he's got the edge, and he clears the 62. These two drivers continue to squabble. Geddy Lee will be right up here. And the crazy thing is Gone had just ran his fastest lap of the race. But he fell off. No caution. I thought I saw the caution lights on. Anyway, they were 3 wide for 38th there for a second. And now, as we missed it, Brendan Gaughan has taken over the race lead. With the whole attack through turn 1. Well, turn 3 and 4. Brendan Gaughan, your race leader. Down the back stretch goes Bela Fleck. Alfred Hitchcock running at the very back of the pack. First to worst. Al Capone made it 3 wide, 15th for a brief second. Woody Woodpecker up to 6th place. Now Morgan Freeman in the 3rd. Freeman won at California in 2018 and won at Michigan in 2019. Is he going to complete the trifecta and win at Texas World in 2020? It could be. They are 3 wide from second now. Freeman was in the middle. Geddy Lee was down low. The big victor out of that was Bela Fleck, who was up high. It looked like Lee was going to get around Freeman for a minute there. Brendan Gaughan leading the way in that South Point number 62. Funny enough, his teammate Carl Edwards failed to qualify for this race. The 3rd time all year he has failed to do so. But Gaughan could potentially just 17 laps away from victory. Battle. 4-car battle for second. Oh! Drag race to the line. Bela Fleck won by 100th. Morgan Freeman isn't giving up. Toyota, Pontiac, Dodge, Ford, little pack here. Trying to chase down this Dodge. Highest Chevy is in 7th. You got a Renault in 9th. All the manufacturers having at least one driver run good today. That's always a good sight to see. Those are the 6 manufacturers in this race. The lowest, highest driver that any manufacturer has is Renault, who only has their one driver, Stephen George. And Stephen George doing a good job battling for ninth with David Dayton right now. A tough year for Rick Scott continues. He's made all the races because he's been locked in. Well, except for, of course, Daytona, but he won his heat at Daytona. But he's had really bad luck. Now as we go back to the front with 15 to go, Bela Fleck was trying to get around Brendan Gaughan there for the lead. Grover Cleveland was trying to take third away as well. But now he might find himself losing out on fourth spot as here comes Geddy Lee. Stephen George back to 10th as David Dayton is up to 9th. Really, Telly Savalas has closed the gap now to the top 5. Really made it a top 6 battle. Trying to. Jeff Lynn closing the gap on him. Woody Woodpecker falling off. David Dayton was trying to catch him. Last week's winner, Al Capone, is just having a miserable race. Running in 41st at the moment. Hut Strickland, the slowest, fastest lap. There he is, running in 39th. Battle for third. The only other driver to not even crack a 38-second lap is Blaze Alexander, who just took away 30th position. We could see pit stops coming here very shortly, as we only have 12 laps to go here at Texas World. You can see a large gap in the path. Nobody pitted is the weird thing. Couple of large gaps. Around a 5-second gap between those guys and a 4-second gap between these guys. What we do know is the leaders are definitely slowing down even more than the back of the field is. Oh my god, it looks like they're going to be 4 wide for a second. For 37th. Or 38th, rather. No, 37th for the win. 10 to go here, this time by. Brendan Gaughan leads. Grover Cleveland up to 2nd. Morgan Freeman running 3rd. Bela Fleck 4th. And a big battle now for 5th. Now look at this. Grover Cleveland down low, going into 3. Can he take the lead right here towards the end? Gaughan trying to get a run on the high side. But as the wind slipped through his fingers again, Grover Cleveland leads. Morgan Freeman to 2nd place. 9 laps to go. Oh, this could be a race of who hits pit road first. Unless somebody can stretch the distance. If they can, oh boy. They may have been playing us. They must have thought the tire wear was too bad pit beforehand, but now I mean, to not stay out beforehand, but now it could be. There's not much of an advantage to pitting this late in the race. We've seen how much it eats tires. Have they all gone away on the 62? Grover Cleveland extending his lead is not something I thought we would have said 4 laps ago, but here we are. Brendan Gaughan trying to get underneath Morgan Freeman. I don't know if he has the fun. Here comes Telly Savalas to make it 3 wide. But backs out of it. And it looks like Gaughan, oh, maybe Freeman will get the drive. No. Gaughan gets the drive off. Now they pitted lap 21 to 23. That should mean like 42 to 46. It's lap 44 and nobody's come down. Several drivers trying to really high line for Tom Hanks. Getting boxed in, nearly ran over David Dayton. But now, Brendan Gaughan got back around Morgan Freeman, but at what cost? He was really slow. But so was Telly Savalas. Grover Cleveland now leading by a second. Oh, and Brendan Gaughan's going to hit the apron. They're coming in with 5 to go. Can anybody make it? Will they take tires? That's another thing. Count Dracula looks like already just came off of pit road. No! Oh no, he is coming to pit road. I wasn't sure where that was at. They are taking tires. Could we see a fuel-only stop? Grover Cleveland, as Telly Savalas stays out. Brendan Gaughan got overcut. Jeff Lynne got ahead of him. And so did a whole gaggle of others. I think they're on split strategy. Some of the guys towards the back trying to play track position, I think. Telly Savalas gonna pull it down pit road. Oh, this can be very interesting. Maybe I'm crazy. I could be crazy. That could have been just the drivers coming. Telly Savalas comes out. Jeff Lynne looks like he's the race leader. 3 to go when Savalas hits the stripe. And yet, he's probably a non-factor in this finish. It's 4 to go. Oh, boy! Grover Cleveland might have just gamed it. Lynn is way too far back, I think. Because Cleveland's going pretty fast. Well, Telly Savalas, by all official counts, is the leader at the moment. There is Grover Cleveland. There's the difference. He blows by him. Woody Woodpecker in the second. Or no, will he get to second? No, he won't. Yes, he will. No, he won't. Grover Cleveland missed the first 3 races of the season. And now is just 2 laps away from victory. Yes, he's the race leader. How did this all cycle out? Savalas second. Woodpecker third. Lynn fourth. David Dayton fifth. No, Brendan Gaughan fifth. Oh, but they're really catching him. White flag is out. Another 42-second lap. Cleveland must have been a fuel-only stop or something. Jeff Lynn is flying. Can he catch him? So is Brendan Gaughan. It's gonna be really close. Was no tires or... Oh, he sails right by. Jeff Lynn taking the lead in the final mile. Brendan Gaughan gonna come up just short. Although he's giving it a run. Jeff Lynn's gonna win. Oh my goodness, and if there was another lap with how fast Gaughan was, he might have had it. Jeff Lynn wins. Oh, heartbreak for Brendan Gaughan. And at the same time, much avenged. That was the second place he was at least set to get last year, if it wasn't a win. And Jeff Lynn with another big win. Points leader Woody Woodpecker finished seventh. It was a strategy call. Tires was the winning choice, but it was not Brendan Gaughan who went to victory lane. Wow. And Hank Hill's going to finish last. Wow, that was a finish. Wow. Alfred Hitchcock did not have a good race. Are we still recording? Yes, we are. Ignore me, just doing Dan versus stuff. That's not Papyrus. Is now... Okay, good. It's by name. 0203. Woody Woodpecker remains the points lead. It actually grows. Hut Strickland gone up the 5th. So you can see there is your top 27, 28. Now the all-importance points battle. Kaminari falls out of the top 35, but that was to be expected. Grover Cleveland just coming up a little short. You will still have, but several drivers breathe much needed sighs of relief. Hut Strickland 9th in points. He's definitely safe. Marco Polo, I can't remember if he was in the bottom, but if not, or even if he is, he's safe. Now, Billy Mays, I don't remember if he was in the same boat, but he's safe. Iggy Koopa is safe. David Dayton is safe. I think Count Dracula, unless that was Daytona he missed, I don't remember. Brian Wilson, he's safe now. Or he's locked in at least. Ian Anderson was locked in, and so is Stephen George. Should only see... Yeah, we should have 35 cars locked. This means top 7 now, instead of top 8 will make it in. But all those drivers who will now have to be in go or go home. Grover Cleveland stays in there. Rick Scott made all races and but just did not have good luck at all. He's going to be down there. Blaze Alexander is looking like he's on the outs. Donald Fagen, a rough season. Casper the Friendly Ghost, James Bond, Hank Hill, Chick Corea, Carl Edwards. Edwards, the worst of the full-time drivers. 2 top 5s for Grover Cleveland. Fagan, nearly a championship champion. His career continuing to take a downward spiral. There you have it. Now Woody Woodpecker has led the most laps all year with 60. Brendan Gaughan led 29 laps. That's third best, I think, because Tom Jones is 38 laps led. Geddy Lee has not led a lap. John Cena having a very quiet year. Richard Simmons, Burt Reynolds. Rick Scott's just been, ugh. James Bond has been the epitome of quiet, but he's not been having a rough year. Holy. Well, that will do us for now. Next weekend is a triple header weekend. Cup on Sunday. Melly on Saturday, and the Truck Series return on Friday. And you won't want to miss that one, especially if last year's photo finish was any indication. Where a lot more of your favorite drivers will take to the track. AJ Jones will be there. Peter Onjak. Alex Biniaco. Shade Eves. Larry Hagan will make a Rookie of the Year run. I mean, so will Biniaco and Eves, but Hagan will be making his debut. Well, this has been the Western Caves Sports Network. I've been announcer Western Caves, and this has been a really good Union Pacific 400. What looked like a simple game of checkers turned into a chess match. And it was Jeff Lynn who came out triumphant. We thank you for tuning in to watch this. Have a nice day. And to tune in next weekend. Until then, so long.